lousy job, lonely life, money problems, beat-up car, bad shape. This isn't the life you were born to live. Just imagine a life free of debt and mortgage, no more stress and worrying, no more hating your body every second of the day, no more fatigue, loneliness, and misery. You can leave behind useless visualizing sessions, pretend miracle cures, and disappointment, because the law of attraction is now whole. Buried under hundreds of years of greed and indifference, there lies a missing link, a secret formula that goes beyond the secret, the real reason why the law of attraction hasn't shown its magic to you yet. It's the secret within, the formula that will attract success and happiness instantly in your life. And I'm going to reveal to you all its wonders in just a second, because this is the only way to make the law of attraction work its magic in your life. So let me ask you this. How would you like to feel proud of your life? All of this while having the most fulfilling job and all the money you could ever ask for. How would you like to live in a $10 million mansion? To fly on luxurious vacations with your own private jet? How would you like to be loved and admired by everyone around you? It isn't a dream anymore. It's reality. And this secret formula you'll discover today is what's going to make your wildest dreams come true, to bring you the life you were born to have and harness the forces of the universe to give you what you've always wanted. And it won't just be a lucky break or a simple coincidence, but a powerful scientific formula discovered by one of the most brilliant minds in history, the missing link to the law of attraction, the secret within. But I'm getting way ahead of myself now, because first, you have to understand something crucial. If life hasn't given you what you know you truly deserve, or if things are just not working the way they were supposed to, don't beat yourself up, because it's not your fault. You and millions of other people were robbed of your happiness by self-appointed gurus and phony preachers who never told you the truth. Instead, they opened your eyes to a wonderful world of amazing opportunities, only to leave out the only crucial element that makes the law of attraction work for you. The secret beyond the secret, which remained hidden under mountains of greed and indifference, until I stumbled across it while trying to figure out how to replace my mediocre existence with the life I always wanted. My name is Allison Shields, and I'm a published author and cultural historian. But I wasn't always a respected figure in American academia. In fact, just 5 years ago, I was struggling to make ends meet. In 1998, when I graduated from Princeton University as a history major, the whole world was my oyster, until I realized that no one would hire an inexperienced historian, and that my whole training and all my years of study amounted to next to nothing. That's how I entered an 8-year roller coaster of lousy jobs and small paychecks. I even worked as a barmaid for a while. Maybe you can imagine how that felt, constantly being unhappy and unfulfilled, thinking that this isn't the life I'd signed up for, always worrying about money and if the next paycheck would cover the rent. And so I went on living this miserable life, feeling ashamed and depressed, with no real friends by my side. Until one December night when things took a turn for the unexpected. That's when my old college friend, Amanda, entered the bar where I worked. And when she came up to me with that "what happened to you" look on her face, I felt sick to my stomach. I was ashamed, guilty, sad, and angry at the same time. I don't know if you've ever felt this way. I wished God would just wipe me from the face of the earth. I barely got through that night. And when I came home, exhausted from work and feeling ashamed, I couldn't keep the tears from rolling down my cheeks. I took one look at my beautiful history volumes, and I remembered how hopeful I had been that someday I'd put my name on the greatest history book the world had ever seen, only to end up an unhappy barmaid with no money, boyfriend, or bright future ahead. And I knew then I had to start over, All that wallowing and self-loathing had to stop. But how? How could I find my purpose? What is my destiny? Well, my destiny that night was to turn on the TV, hoping to find something to cheer me up. Instead, I saw Oprah talking about a secret for a new and improved life, the law of attraction. I don't know about you, but I always believed in signs, in secret signals from destiny telling us which way to go next. And that was my cue. That one book Oprah talked about for 30 minutes. I'm sure you've heard of it, and I'm sure you've tried your best to make the law of attraction work for you. Well, I followed the instructions to the letter. I went to visualization sessions. I only thought about good things. But after 6 months, my life was still lousy. I was still working in that bar, still feeling tired and ashamed all the time, still struggling to come up with rent money. And no soulmate, bright future, or better job waited for me at the end of each day. But somehow I knew deep down inside that the law of attraction was real. After all, I've seen it work so many times in other people. I've seen how rich men only get richer, and I've seen the way misery keeps piling up when you're already down. And I knew that I had to go back to the root, to find the origins of the secret, to understand the reason why the law of attraction hadn't worked so far. And what better person to find it than a Princeton history major, with an eye for detail and a thirst for the unknown. That's how I started my wide-ranging but fulfilling research process, which took me from the ancient civilizations to one of the greatest minds the world has ever known, and finally led me beyond the secret. I discovered how the Babylonians used the law of attraction to build the most powerful cities. I've seen how democracy in ancient Athens was achieved using the power of the universe. Even the great Roman Empire was created on its foundations. The Bible is full of references to the law of attraction, and by far the most undeniable proof is Matthew chapter 7, verse 7 and 8. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, the door will be opened. And it became clear to me, all those ancient empires, great leaders of the world, they all used the law of attraction. But how? How did they make it work for them? What did they know that we don't? That was the big mystery. But after 6 months of research, I finally made a breakthrough. I found the one person who had devoted his entire living to finding truth and knowledge, and discovered the secret behind the law of attraction, the secret within. I'm talking about Sir Isaac Newton. If you don't know much about him, I won't bore you with all the details. But this great man is responsible for the discovery of the 3 universal laws of motion and the universal law of gravity. Remember the story with the apple falling from the tree right onto his head, which led him to understand the laws of the universe? Well, that's how the law of attraction works. And if that's not enough, when asked about how he had discovered the law of gravity, Newton replied, by thinking about it all the time. Sound familiar? But how did he apply it? What was his secret? In order to unearth his mysterious formula for a long and fruitful life, I started digging through his notes and correspondence. You see, Newton was not only a brilliant physicist and mathematician, but also a theologian, astronomer, and alchemist, a true Renaissance man. And in his 84-year life, he discovered a secret that no one else had found, a secret so well hidden in his notes and scribbles that no one else even bothered to unearth until now. It all boiled down to a simple psychological formula that Newton perfected while working on his laws of motion for the universe. And I realized that this formula would work in any situation. It's something I now call the secret within. It is the missing link to the law of attraction, the crucial part of making the universe surrender its power to you. It's a simple technique that does wonders without hard work or struggle, because it's controlled by the one simple law that affects everything in your life. And when you know how to harness its power, you can start your life all over. Find your purpose. Accept every good thing that comes your way. and take control over your destiny, just like I did. Straight away, I knew exactly what I had to do, and I was shocked at how fast things turned around for me. I used the secret in every single aspect of my life. I found the love of my life. I moved back to my hometown, where I reconnected with all my old friends. And the best part is that I finally got recognized as a historian and a hard-working researcher. And when success finally came into my life, it started pouring. The formula worked every time. And with every new chance I got, my power to make dreams come true kept getting stronger and stronger. Somehow it felt like I had entered a magical forest filled with enchanted opportunities. Only it was the real deal. My life was filled with love, money, and success. And when my friends and family saw this great change in me, they started asking questions. I knew that I couldn't just keep the secret to myself. I wanted everyone to have what I had. And so it got out. Everyone around me started living their own happily ever after. Divorced couples mended their marriages. People started getting raises and bonuses. Everyone I saw was happy, relaxed, in better shape, preparing for some exotic vacation. The effects of Newton's formula were truly amazing, better than I could have imagined. And that's how I got the idea. Or maybe it was a sign from the universe. I had to spread the word and show others how to live a long and happy life, without hard work, struggle, and disappointment. That's how I started writing my book based on Newton's teachings, which immediately became a huge success and launched my writing career. Today, everything is in its right place. This one simple formula opened a life of endless opportunities for me. It made me take control over my destiny.